Good morning. My name is Dr. Gaurav Bhardwaj and I am an endodontist practicing in Delhi, India. So today we'll be discussing the importance of vitality test. That is a mandatory test in our clinic that we do before every root canal procedure. So let us discuss one case today. This is a case of a 24-year-old female. She complained of a throbbing pain in her left lower central incisor since 1 week. So we did a vitality test for this patient. Now what we do in this test is we take a small cotton ball and we apply this Endofrost or the spray over this cotton, and after applying this spray suppose we are performing the vitality test for this tooth, the left central incisor. So what we do is usually I don't apply this cotton ball right on this tooth. We start with some contralateral tooth to check the response of the patient. For example, in this model there is this tooth is absent. So what I'll do is I'll start with this canine on the right side and we'll notice the response of the patient. The patient is always asked to raise her hand when she feels any kind of sensitivity upon cold testing. So when I'll apply this cold cotton ball over this canine, the patient will obviously raise her hand. And what I'll ask the patient to do is she has to raise her hand till she feels any kind of sensitivity. And upon removal of the stimulus, we have to see, upon removal of this cotton ball, we have to see the response of the patient. Now the normal response is that after removal of the stimulus or this cold, the patient should bring her hand down because there will be no sensitivity. The abnormal response is that number one, no response upon applying of this cold. That is abnormal. That shows a necrotic pulp. The second response is a hyper response and a lingering pain after removal of the stimulus. Now that has to be taken care of. That shows an irreversible pulpitis. So I start with the contralateral tooth and we move towards the tooth that we are suspecting of irreversible pulpitis. So upon applying the cold, the patient complained of no sensitivity on this tooth. However, there was sensitivity in the other tooth, in the other teeth. This tooth had no response of sensitivity upon applying the cold. So that shows that the pulp of the tooth is necrotic. The second test that we do is a radiograph. So upon taking the radiograph, we could see the loss of lamina dura. This radiopaque line, this is the lamina dura, and if we try to come across this line, from here, from this point, you can see the loss of lamina dura, and this is the complete lesion that is showing, and here it is joining again the tooth. So this is called the loss of lamina dura. Now in such cases, this must be having some history of trauma a few years back that the patient did not know. So in such cases, we always do a vitality test so that we do not get a false diagnosis regarding the other teeth. Now in some cases, the adjacent teeth are also necrotic and they need a root canal treatment. However, this is not case in every case. This is not compulsory. So in this case, this was found to be necrotic, only this tooth. So this tooth needed a root canal treatment. So in such cases, we do a root canal treatment, and when we will do the obturation depends on the status of the canal. Now sometimes we find a dry canal while doing a root canal treatment, and in that cases we can obturate in the same visit. However, in this tooth, we could find that the canal was weeping. There was some liquid or exudate that was coming out of the canal, and our taper points were not dry. So usually in such cases we apply calcium hydroxide for 2 to 4 weeks. In this case, I'll show you the radiograph. In this case, we applied calcium hydroxide for 4 weeks, and this is the radiograph that we see after applying the calcium hydroxide. Now some people try to extrude the calcium hydroxide. However, I do not recommend that, and it is not recommended in the books even. The tooth should not be underfilled with calcium hydroxide. So it should look like obturated tooth somehow. So this calcium hydroxide was left for 4 weeks in this case, and this is after 4 weeks we did the obturation. We always do the obturation when we get the dry canals. Upon inserting the paper point in the working length, we must find that the paper point is dry every time. Then we obturate this tooth. And this is the 6 months follow-up, and this is the 1 year follow-up. Now in this follow-up, you can see that the lamina dura is again trying to attach to the tooth. Now compare with the pre-op. If you compare with the pre-op, the loss was present from here, and you can see the lesion. However, in a 1 year follow-up, you can see that the lesion has reduced in size and the attachment is again beginning. So now why did I discuss vitality test in this case is, I'll show you one more case in which there was a very wrong diagnosis by some dentist. And what usually people do is they, instead of opening that tooth or instead of doing root canal for that tooth, they tend to do root canals of adjacent teeth also without a proper diagnosis. I'll show you one such case. Now look at this. This is a complete failure of diagnosis, I can say. You know what the dentist did is, I think some tooth was irreversibly inflamed, and what was done is, without any proper diagnosis, the dentist opened all the teeth. I think around 5 to 6 teeth were open when I saw this patient, and there are also perforations present. So that will be all for today.